What's going on, guys? I am back with another Hat format replay review. Don't forget to check out the video description to find out how to send in your Hat format replays. But anyways, here we have a match between Vulpix96, who is on Tin Gadgets, versus PVT60, who is on Karakuri Psychics or Karakuri OTK. So this is a very unique matchup here, so I'm very excited to get into it, so let's get started. It looks like Vulpix here will be able to start it out. Unfortunate because Karakuri OTK, while it is an OTK deck, a lot of times it does want to go first. But opening hands, we see Soul Charge, Breakthrough Skill, Machina Fortress, Fiendish Chain, and Tin Goldfish. So interesting hand here from Vulpix. Seeing no gadgets is, a bit of a problem, but the Fiendish Chain and Breakthrough does go very hard against the Karakuri deck. And here PV has a copy of Scyzon, NAWCQ, Solemn Warning, Solar Windjammer, and Max C. So also not the greatest hand, though, always seeing Max C is usually pretty good when going second, though, it doesn't look like Vulpix has much to be special summoning unless they go for Fortress, though that's an inherent summon, so they wouldn't be able to Max C unless they shotgun it, but let's see what happens. Vulpix draws a green gadget for turn, so very strong. Summon Tin Goldfish, activate it. Here Max C is dropped. They summon the green gadget, well, they get here a copy of Nisamu off of the special summon, and then green gadget adds red gadget, overlays both for a King of the Feral Imps, setting up a good follow-up. Emergency Teleport is drawn, so now this hand is actually very solid, though I'd have to probably think a little bit on how well it's going to play through this Fiendish and Breakthrough. Here, King of the Feral Imps activates to add a copy of Kagado Kage, setting the 2 back row. PV finds a copy of the Merchant. Here they special Solar Windjammer. Activate E-Telly. Yeah, I guess that is a play here. There's not really a reason to necessarily go for anything else in this exact situation, though. Yeah, no, you want to make a rank 8 or level 8 synchro really early, so I guess that was the right play, though. Playing into 2 back row, you do need to be a little careful. What you could have almost done is special this and then normal the copy of Merchant to then add a copy of, what's the card called? Cash, because then you'd at least have a Searcher, and if this was some sort of negation or even a Torrential or something, this can then trigger. And at that point, you haven't used this, though you're still not probably in the best position here. So it really just is up to player preference here. They're going to summon a copy of Psychic Commander, synchro summon into a copy of Barredo. That gets met with Fiendish Chain. Unfortunately, not seeing any like MSTs or Lances or anything. So here they have to think. Here I would probably either set the Nisamu since it's a floater, or go for the Merchant, add the cash, switch a position, so then you get a search of a Karakuri and a draw off the Barredo, though, they do have the other Breakthrough skill, but it's at least worth the attempt, maybe. So, let's see. Here they do set the copy of Nisamu, and they have the Solemn Warning. Also here, what you actually could have done is normal summon the Nisamu, crash into King of the Feral Imps, float into, I forget the name, the girl one that gives you an additional summon. And then from that position, what you can do is you have that, and then you can normal summon the, what's it called? Either this, or even if you really needed to, this. And then you're able to like synchro and keep getting some draws and pluses and stuff off of that. So you almost could have just gone and crashed with that, but this is also a very safe play. Passing turn after setting Warning, here they draw another Gadget, activate King of the Feral Imps to add another Kagado Kage, summon red Gadget, chain Kagado Kage, add yellow Gadget. The Gadgets get out of control so quickly, like the starting hand had none until they drew for turn, and now look at it, they're everywhere. Overlay for 101, they think, they Warning it. Sadly, the Soul Charge is there. They discard for Machina Fortress just to attack into stuff. Here they're crashing the Fortress because Fortress has the ability that, let me just find it, if this card's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls and destroy that target. I think they're just trying to really out this because the fact that this card can draw and stuff is really good. Yep, and here they're popping the Burrito and then attacking over the Nisamu, which will get to float. Going for another Nisamu. Again, okay, so they are on cash, which is good to see. But here, I probably would have just floated into the girl here. It just... yeah, there's not a whole lot of reason why you wouldn't want to here, unless you're really afraid of whatever this back row is. Because, like, at that point, I'd rather them just break through on the girl one, and then you still have some forms of follow-up. So let's see what they do here. They use cash to get a copy of Ninishi. Okay, that's the one I was talking about. Here they normal summon the Saizon, which, again, it doesn't feel like the right play here. Here I would have gone for this, and this one gives you an additional normal summon, similar to like a Pollux or something else. So at that rate, you know, by going for this, if they stop whatever effects or anything you go for here, you really just get messed over. It probably would have been better to go for this. If they have a negate, you still have a level 3 tuner and a level 4, so you can still make a 7 and keep comboing off. Because then you can probably just, you know, off of the Beret, the level 7, you can just summon this. Or if you're playing more of the... Oh, they didn't have the Watchdog. Oh, no, the Watchdog's on field. If they're playing more of the Watchdog, they can then go for a Star Eater or something. It felt like this probably would have been the better play in my personal opinion, but we'll see what they do. Here they go for another Burrito, use the effect. They break through it. See, and here's that position where it's like you're stuck with a Burrito and nothing else, attacking over King of the Fairlimps, passing turn. I will say it is a little bit of a complicated deck, especially depending on how much matches you've had. And they also did open a lot of cards that I personally only play like one of. For example, the Merchant. I've talked about wanting to play more of this, but usually just one of this, and then like one of this, even though you could play another. But let's see what Vulpix does here. Here they summon the green Gadget, go Kage, add red Gadget, overlay for Honor Arc. Was that a second Honor Arc? Oh, it was, okay. I mean, this deck usually plays multiple just because it is so Xyz heavy. Pushing for some damage. Now the Torrential comes in. Soul Charge is a good draw here. They start with Soul Charge. Okay, let's see what they do. Oh, they're getting 3. Okay, so they're summoning back the Beret. Summoning back the 2 4s, getting hit with Torrential. Yeah, unfortunate there. Here they could still, summon this, go for the Merchant, add cash, switch one. They'll be able to make a Nat Beast here and get an ad for next turn. Getting the Ninishi, but they can't go battle. Yep, there's the Nat Beast and pass it over. Vulpix gets another Gadget, which they can discard both for the Fortress, which just kind of clears out the game here. And it looks like it will be going into a game 2. Here we'll see PV get to start off. Hopefully they'll, open a little better or something. Opening hand, we see from Vulpix, Mermail, Kage, Gear Frame, Soul Charge Breakthrough. Pretty solid hand there. And PVC's Debunk, Solar Windjammer, Trap Stun, Karakuri, Cash, and Psychic Commander. So actually seeing, the Solar Windjammer and Commander is good. Minimally, you'll get a draw or two. The Cash. Yeah, no, this is a pretty solid hand. You could end on, like, a ton of different stuff. Let's see what they go for. Drawing an MST for turn. Special Windjammer. Summon Commander. Going for Burrito. Here, they should go for the girl. Yep, because then you can cash, switch the position to add... Oh, they're going to go the Nat Beast route. What I was going to say is they could also... There's a few different plays they could actually do here. They could have... Oh, they did normal, though, right? Yeah, they summoned the Commander. Okay, not too bad. Minimally adding on, getting a draw, plus a Nat Beast, and you have this. Though, this hand from Vulpix kind of clears it. Using the Burrito to draw Instant Fusion. Okay, here you have a couple options. You could use the Instant Fusion. Well, they're going to do this to then add a copy of Cash, which isn't once per turn. I would hope they'd use Instant Fusion and go for another 8 here, because then they can keep extending and go for a Nat Beast later on, and potentially end on something like a Felgran plus a Nat Beast or more. Let's see here. Adding Cash. Okay, they are doing the Instant Fusion play. Nice. Going for Sabersaurus, summoning the other Burrito effect to get the Strategist, switching it to defense, getting another draw. Ooh, getting a macro. And then here the Cash to get more follow-up. Inishi. Here they're going to overlay for a copy of Felgran, synchro into Nat Beast. Oh, so Nat Beast plus macro trap stun debunk, very strong. Setting everything. Vulpix draws a copy of Fiendish Chain. Summon Mermail. They say it's good. Chain Kage. Debunk is activated, which will banish it. They do get the bottomless, though. Set 4. Blind MST hits the bottomless. Draws another Nanishi, which this, I believe you can still summon the other, which is kind of cool because that means they can go for a rank 3 if they really wanted to. Activate Trap Stun. They say it's good. Normal summon. In that case, there is almost an excuse to want to normal this first and see if they bait it, maybe with something like a Breakthrough or Fiendish or something else, and then chain this to make them, waste a resource, but not too bad there. Here they go, Engineer. This is a solid board right here. Attack over the Mermail. Attack in. Just showing the power of Karakuri when they don't OTK, it can still do some good stuff. End phase, they're going to activate Fiendish on the Felgran. They're talking about because of the trap stun. Yeah, so they are able to still use this or whatever. And then they're going to use Breakthrough. Yeah. I guess, in a way, there was no real threat here. I would almost keep the trap stun. Again, you should probably summon this first just to be safe, because here they're going to get real punished by some of this, I would assume. Because they'll be able to, summon this. This is now negated on their turn. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Oh, but they are chaining the macros to get rid of the Breakthrough. Oh, was this all in PV's end phase? Interesting. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Draws a Mermail for turn. So now the Fiendish is live, so this is negated. Summon Mermail. They say it's good. Add Void Trap Hole. When your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack, negate the effects of one of those monsters with 2,000 or more attack, and if you do, destroy it. That's very strong against this. Here they're going to go Soul Charge, use it, and Beast cannot activate because of the macro, because this has to send a graveyard. Yep. Unfortunate. And so that will now pop the macro. Yep, and then they're probably, King of the Feral Limbs. Oh, for the follow-up with the gear frame, adding the Kage. This can now run over. Oh, they soul charge, so they can't. Here, another trap stun, which is really good here, because now when they start doing stuff, this will be able to be live. And now the Nat Beast is live again. Drawing a warning for turn. Activate King of the Feral Imps, adding the Kage, just deck thinning. Here they summon Gear Frame. That gets Trap Stun, Chain. Okay, whoa, hold up here a second. So they have Kage. So in this exact position, when they go to summon, I would activate this. Well, would you activate this? Let me think. They have this. So maybe you would actually hold out until they... Well, how many cards would that be? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you weren't getting Exciton. So there's almost an excuse to maybe wait till they go into an Xyz. For example, maybe if they go into a 101 and then go chain the effect here, they're not going to do anything, and then trap stun it. So the Fiendish will be negated, and then this will resolve negating the 101. And then you're just in a good position. I mean, they can always just King of the Feral Imps run over this, but at least you're in a better spot, maybe. It looks like they're going back and forth, trying to figure out where they're chaining it. Fortress is added. overlay both for Karakuri. Okay. Battle phase attack. Are they going to use... They let it die rather than using the Mech-Whip Engineer? Okay, that's fine. Attack. Use Mech-Whip Engineer to protect itself. Oh, chaining Karakuri, chaining the Felgrand to negate, because this switches targeting, always forgetting that, even though it's like the only reason you really play it. It's not once per turn either, so switching the targeting again. So Felgrand, oh, it's unaffected, yep. Setting, blind MST on the Fiendish. Attack over the Karakuri. Passing, Vulpix gets a copy of Yellow Gadget, so this game is probably close to over, honestly. Once the Karakuri deck loses enough cards and starts losing tempo, it can get really out of control. And here we do see Vulpix has the warning, though they don't have enough life. Void Trap Hole is still relevant here. Here they're going to go for the Rhapsody and Berserk to banish some of the cards in grave, and then equip to get over the Felgrand. And... Because here they could have negated this, no? Am I missing... I don't think there was any effect negation here, and this no longer has the Fiendish, so they might have been able to just negate that. Unless I'm forgetting something. I could be. This has been kind of a wild game so far. Here they're going to use the Felgrand to target itself. Oh, to protect from the Fortress, I guess. But yeah, they just run it over with the Feral Imps. So yeah, no, that was probably a misplay. So not the best showing here. I think they had the right idea. Just some of the plays were a little out. Like, if sometimes you put up so many cards that feel like they're really good that you start to kind of shotgun and just click buttons almost. And, you know, this first game was a little unfortunate. That could have been played a handful of different ways. But the second game just felt a little more winnable than it ended up being, obviously. But nice showing from Vulpix here, showing exactly, you know, the power of the Gadget deck and how it can clear some wild boards, especially, you know, dealing with the macro, dealing with the Felgrand, dealing with the, you know, Nat Beast and just other stuff. So pretty interesting to see that there. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, comment any videos or questions that you might have, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out. And again, make sure to check out the video description to find out how to send me your hat format replays, and I will see you in the next video.